Hey, hi all. Very good morning. Um, I'm really sorry I logged in a bit late. I was in other session. So let's take the things forward. Um, Taking forward from the last class. I will have a quick recap of the last class before taking it to the next level. So it will be kind of a continuation. Okay. It is not that it will be completely same repetitive session. It will be kind of a continuation session. So, so if you look at this, taking forward from the last class, guys. So last class, first we have seen what is now. I gave my contact details. So directly, if you have any queries, you can call me or you can drop a message to me, anything. Okay. And
Hi Arjun,
Giri,
uh, my name is Giri.
yeah, Giri. Tell
Yeah,
me.
actually, we joined today for the the demo class.
Okay.
So, whatever you are, I think this is a regular sessions, right? Not a demo class for the
It
new
is a demo
joiners.
session.
Okay,
It will be a 2 days demo.
okay,
Today, yesterday, and today. Okay. And not to worry about because I'm going to give you a quick recap and before entering continuation because there will be yesterday some people will be joined, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I continue and I have to clarify them. I want to give a complete idea what is going to happen with our entire course and each and every component I'm explaining it. So I will try to recap the things so
Yeah,
that
Srikanth, the basic thing is like we did not miss anything, right? Because many of us have not joined yesterday's match. So that is the only question.
okay, I will recap the things from here on. Okay.
And one more question, Arjun. If you have any questions, right, we can stop in the middle and then we can ask, or
Yeah,
you have a
let's
separate sessions for the question and answers.
yeah, last I will give you the opportunity to raise your all your queries because in the middle, if we will get completely diverted. So that's
Okay,
why at the last, or you can drop a message. I will address them right away at the last. Okay.
okay, great, Arjun. Thanks.
Okay. There should not be any disturbance. That's the reason. Yeah. So guys, so yesterday we have seen that what is like concepts involved with the artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, generative AI, and agentic AI. As a part of this course, we are not going to include the machine learning because we don't require the machine learning. So that's why, and we are going with a strict deadline. So this will not be included as a part of our course. But as I told you, I will show you the coding implementation, complete coding implementation, or the theory concept, the algorithm derivations, all these things you can go through it. Now, and next thing, as I told you, the artificial intelligence is a data oriented. Okay. What do you mean by data oriented? Means without data, we are not going to work it out on AI as of now. As of now, the data, without data, it is nothing. Okay. Data is very important for us. And what are the prerequisites for that? At least you should require one programming language and a deep learning, especially the NLP, and domain knowledge is an added advantage, and statistics basics. Now, all these things I will take care of that. Only thing, the domain knowledge, we can acquire it as based on the required data. So Python is the one we are going to give you. And here the NLP and the CNN, both I'm going to give you over here, computer vision and CNN, so that you are comfortable with a complete deep learning. And then the domain knowledge, this we can get it. Now, if you are coming from the different domain, then it would be an added advantage for you, a different sector, industry sector, then it will be an added. Statistics, we are going to cover it. Now, as I explained you, the basic concepts of basic mechanism of this is you are going to give the data And the model is nothing but the program based on the algorithm. This will acquire the knowledge from the data. Okay, it will get the knowledge from the data and it will become intelligent. Now, and once you ask the question based on this data, it is going to give you the answer. That's what exactly happens. Okay. Now, as I told you, what is a model? Model is nothing but a program based on the algorithm. So what is an algorithm? Algorithm is nothing but a statistical formula, you can say it as. But in order to implement that one, we need to go with the algorithm is a generic term. From our prospects, it's a statistical formula. But in order to implement that one, we have to go with a step-by-step process. Okay, that is what happens over here. Okay, and I explained you this entire course will be officially 15 weeks. Now, these weeks initially like 1 or 2 weeks, you can just remove that because we will be having only discussions and all those things. The main flow with the 4-hour session, we will be starting after a couple of weeks. And, entire 15 weeks session will be there. And you can keep it like plus 3-week sessions. Maybe if we extend something, then it may go 3 weeks extra. So it is a coding oriented, completely code oriented. So whatever the theory concept we are doing, I'm going to write the code. Literally, I'm going to write the code right away in front of you so that you can do it accordingly. Okay, it is not that we are going to get the code and I can dump it over here and make you go through the code and something. I will not do that. Okay, and coming down to the module, first module, we are going to take the Python fundamentals. This is like whatever is required for us to move forward into the AI. Those things I'm going to cover in this 8-hour session. So that is like 2 full classes of. Now, that's what I'm saying it. We may take it like, now once we start officially, I may take like 2 to 3 hours class so that you can accommodate to the pace. And then we can get into the full-fledged 4-hour session per weekends. Okay, 8-hour session. Okay, and along with that, we will be giving you the 170 videos. Once you enroll for this course, you will get the 170 entire full Python course videos. And this will be like 5,000 to 7,000 free videos will be, birth videos I will be giving it. We will be giving it. And this while going through this 170 videos, this is a complete Python. This I will give you the fundamentals of the Python, which is required for us to get into our AI. Okay, so this is, you can take your time, you can go through it, and if you face any problem, then I will be helping you in understanding the things. And again, like there is NumPy pandas is there, and in the 12 hours we are allocating to that. And feature engineering, this is what I said it, we are going to write the code over here. And then module 2, this will be of 3 weeks, where 3 weekends. Okay, and there where we are going to learn about the computer vision. This is all about the dealing with the images, ANN, CNN, all these things we are going to learn it. And when it comes to the like module 3, okay, you can take it as 2 weekends. This will take like 2 to 3 weekends. 3 weekends you can take it. Okay, the module 1 will be 3 weekends, and module 3 we are going to deal with the 3 weekends over here. And module 2 also we are going to deal with the 3 weekends, where we are going to cover the ANN, CNN, and all these things, complete stuff. And along with this, we are going to cover the NLP stuff. We are going to do it. This we will take it 3 weekends. And then we will jump into the generative AI. That will be a 4-weekend session. where we will be learning it complete generative AI. We are going to do the real-time projects. Here also we will do the at least minimum 2 projects over here and minimum 2 projects over here, which is a real-time projects, completely considering the real-time scenarios. And here also we are going to deal with the RAG applications along with the agents over here in the generative AI. Okay. And apart from that, agentic AI we are going to go with, which is an autonomous agents. This again, you can consider it as 3 to 4 weeks. We are going to do it over here. 3 to 4 weeks. Weekends, I will say it as. And you will be going through the complete, agentic AI over here, along with the MCP and all those things. We are going to learn it over here. This is completely about your course curriculum. So if you take it like this is 3 weekends, this is 3 plus 3, 6 plus 8, it is 12 plus you can say 3, 15 to 18 weekends we are going to spend it over here. Okay. And what are the things I explained it, like what is artificial intelligence, core mechanism of artificial intelligence, what is machine learning, what is deep learning, what is generative AI, what is agentic AI. So here, what is artificial intelligence is the core mechanism is there will be data. This data will be in the pure form. We are going to pass the data to the model and model will learn from this data. Okay. And it will become intelligent and you ask a question regarding this data, it will start giving you the answers. Okay. That is what is the core concept of machine as artificial intelligence. Okay. Again, this process of giving the data to the model and model is learning from this, we will call it as training. This process, we will call it as training over here. Okay. Now, Now, artificial intelligence is how to define it. It is a field of computer science which is used to build the intelligent machines, okay, capable of performing the task which requires human intelligence. Okay. And, this is example is driverless cars, robotic doctors, all this comes under the category of artificial intelligence. Again, this is data oriented completely as of now. Artificial intelligence is based on the data. Now, why I'm saying as of now, in the future, this may change. Definitely, it will change. Okay. And okay. Now, like how we can write this definition in a simple term. Artificial intelligence is a process of developing intelligent machines which behave like humans. Okay. The thing is, you are making the machine intelligence that it can do the task which requires human intelligence. That's it. Okay. And the term was first introduced in 1956 by the gentleman called as John McCarthy in Dartmouth conference. Dartmouth is a conference which held there. This gentleman gave this presentation about the artificial intelligence. But one thing you should understand, artificial intelligence, when John McCarthy came down and explained it, he was not having anything practical to present. He explained a complete concept over there. Okay, like if you give the data to the model will acquire the knowledge and it will become intelligent. That's what they were giving an explanation. But this was later implemented. That is, this was later implemented by using machine learning, deep learning, generative AI, and agentic AI. The concept is making an intelligent machines that was implemented with the machine learning, deep learning, generative AI, and agentic AI. Okay, that is what exactly is that. Okay, and Okay. And, as I told you over here, the process of giving data to the model, we call it as training. This training is categorized into three types. One is supervised learning. Second one is unsupervised learning. Third one is reinforcement. Okay, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Now, supervised learning is where you are going to train the model under the supervision, that we are going to do everything over there. So our machine learning comes under this category. Okay, supervised learning. That is, we deal with the labeled data. Labeled data means the data which is having the column labels. Okay, and we are going to do the cleaning process, everything we will do it. And like how you feed a small kid, like 2 years or 3 years old kid is there, we are going to feed them, right? The same way, we are going to feed the model everything from our end. So this type of training, we call it as, supervised learning. Then there is a unsupervised learning. Unsupervised learning is nothing but this is, okay, unsupervised learning is nothing but, where you are going to give a unlabeled data. Now, unlabeled data is nothing but your images, text data, this where there won't be any labels. Okay, that type of data we are going to give it, and this comes under the deep learning. Okay, again, there is some more like, k-means algorithm there where we are going to use the unsupervised learning. But overall, I'm giving an example. Machine learning comes under the supervised learning. Deep learning comes under the unsupervised learning. Now, reinforcement learning is nothing but where the no data is required. So model will learn by itself with its own experience. No data. Now, this, as I told you, this is the futuristic learning technique, and the artificial general intelligence comes under this category. Now, there's a lot of companies are doing a lot of research on this, but we are not having a very stable system as of now. Maybe it may take it like 5 years or 6 years to get a very much stable system. Then once this is there, then these two are gone case. Okay, this is the one which will be given a very high importance. Okay, now I told you a simple example over here. What is a supervised learning means? You can take a person who is getting trained for any competitive exams under a coaching institute, going to a coaching institute, we can call it as a supervised learning. And a gentleman who is getting trained for the training, is doing the training on its own for again the same exam on its own without taking any guidelines or any under the supervision, that comes under the category of unsupervised learning. Now, when the reinforcement learning, as I told you, there's no data is required. It is learned based on their own experience. Okay, and here the artificial intelligence is divided into three sectors. One is ANI, AGI, ASI. ANI, artificial narrow intelligence. AGI, artificial general intelligence. ASI, artificial super intelligence. As I told you, this is current situation where data oriented and human dependency. Now, maybe in a decade's time, you can see this AGI systems. No system is under this category as of now, artificial general intelligence, where no data is required, no human dependency. It's a replica of human in all the aspects, like the feelings and the way the human thinks, the human understand the things, everything, it will be like humans, equally as that of humans. But when it comes to the ASI, artificial super intelligence, artificial super intelligence is like, this is a very much superior system where, once these systems comes into the picture, there is a good chance that the if we are not able to control them, they can eradicate the human race, complete human race, it can eradicate. Okay, that is how these are. Now, as I told you, the artificial intelligence is implemented in the 4 different ways. That is machine learning, deep learning, generative AI, and agentic AI. So this artificial intelligence is actually the concept of making the machines intelligence that is programmatically implemented in these 4 ways. Okay, now let's take the things forward from here on. Okay, I'll copy this part. Okay. Here, now we know what is AI versus, I'll say it as ML versus DL versus Gen AI and Agentic AI. AI. Okay. Now here, okay. Now let's see that what is machine learning. See, machine learning is it can be, again, this is very much similar to that of our what do you call it as AI concept, but only thing is that this was implementation of AI. Okay, now actually machine learning was first coined. As I told you, coined means when we use the word for the first time. It was coined in the year 1959. The same, like exactly 3-4 years after the AI was coined. And this was coined by a gentleman called as Arthur Samuel. And that was in the year 1959. Where he did it again, there was a Dartmouth conference of MIT. Now, actually, as I told you, these people conducted a 5-year conference. Like they started in 1956, 1957, 1958, 1959, and 1960. These 5 years they ran it. The first year they came across AI. The John McCarthy came up. And this year there was ML. And this year there was a perceptron. Now there is not much happened related to AI. This year there was OOPS was there. Okay, now this is a way the conference was held, and these are the concepts which was sprang up or which was coined first time. Okay, and according to how we will define this machine learning. Machine learning is, we can say it as, it is a type of artificial intelligence, okay, that allows machines to extract intelligence from the data. Now, as I told you over here, the basic structure is this one. You can take it. Okay, I'm putting on the right hand side over here. Here. So when we give the data, the machine learning, what it will do is like, it will extract the intelligence from the data, whatever data is given from the data. Now, again, here, no need to code based on the data. No need to. You create the model and you can give whatever data you want to give it. This will extract the knowledge from that data. Okay, hope you are getting the point. So based on the data, we are not going to do the coding. Okay, I'm talking about the model. Okay, we are having a model. We will create a model, and once you give data, whatever data you give it, that will extract the intelligence from that data, and it will start giving you the answers based on the questions what you asked on the data. Okay, that is what it will be done. So here we can say it as, if you want to define it, so machine learning is a type of artificial intelligence. No doubt, it is a type of artificial intelligence that allows machines to extract knowledge from the data without by itself, okay, by itself, without explicitly programmed. Now, what I mean to say is that once you create the model, that's it. It will extract the data on its own and says knowledge from the data on its own. We don't need to explicitly write the code based on the data. No, it's not required for that. Okay. Okay. Now, and actual definition of the Arthur Samuel is, what he said is, it is a field of study that gives computers ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. Learn from data without explicitly programmed. Okay. Now, again, this is, now, as I told you, this AI was a concept. The John McCarthy came up and he explained the entire concept, how to make the model intelligent. Okay, that is an exact concept. So now, when it comes to the case of machine learning, it's not a concept. It is a experience. He already have experienced something, Arthur Samuel, and based on his experience, he came up saying the word, like he used the term called as machine learning. What is that his experience was? See, when in 1952, okay, you can take it as 1952, this Arthur Samuel was working with the IBM at that time. Okay, now what exactly happened is, he out of his leisure time, he built a game. Actually, it is called as a checkers game. Now, checkers game is nothing but you are we can take it as we can give it as a chess playing game, which is just like chess playing game. Now, he developed a chess playing game, okay, and again, it is a very simple game. Now, he invited all his friends to come down and play this one. He was very proud of that, and he was inviting all the people to come down and play it. And this is not so great, and it is a rule-based game, simple. So now, when the different people were coming down, they were able to defeat this game very easily. Within, like, you can say it as 10 to 15 moves, they were able to defeat this program. Okay, different people, they came down who are having the knowledge about this. They were able to do it. Now just imagine you went it over here. Now today you went and you played and you defeated this one in 12 moves. Just imagine 12 moves you defeated this particular person. And you are so much interested in that, and after you return back after 2 weeks, okay, after 2 weeks, you return back, and what you did it is you again start playing the game. When you are playing the game, same moves you are using it, what you done it earlier, but it started defending it. It started defending it. And instead of 12 moves, it may went on to 20 to 25 moves to defeat it. Of course, you defeated it, but ultimately it was taking more time. Now, when we inquired about the author Samuel about this, he said that he didn't change anything in the coding. It's the same code, what is there. Now, what is observed over there is this program was built based on the algorithm. Okay. And, as more and more people were playing, it was learning from that. It was learning from that. More and more people were playing, and it started defending itself. Okay, that is what exactly happens when you are continuously, you are going to give the data to the model, and model will be learning from the data and it will become intelligent. This is the experience of the author Samuel, and based on this experience, he came up with the term called as machine learning. Again, this was, as I said it was in 1959. Since then, like, the people were continuously working on this and they were using it. Now, initially, until the deep learning came into the picture, the ML was considered as the implementation of the AI. And till 2006, the AI ML was the only means of implementing the AI. Okay. And now coming down to the deep learning. Now, deep learning is very important from our prospects. So deep learning. See, whenever the term deep learning comes, one thing you can remember is about human brain. Human brain. Now, why it is means this deep learning is purely based on the human brain. Okay. Now, how the human brain works, like how the neurons will be there. I don't know if you know it or not. There will be small components called as neurons, and these neurons will plays a very vital role in remembering or functioning of the brain. Okay, remembering the things and thinking and taking the decisions and all those things. Okay, so this plays a very important role. That is your neurons. Okay, now here, okay, how to define this one? I will explain you. I will explain you the structure. Deep learning is a type of artificial intelligence. No doubt about that. It is a type of artificial intelligence and also a subset of machine learning, because the task which were not able to complete by the machine learning, then the deep learning came into the picture. Okay, and which is also considered as subset of machine learning. Okay, and how this deep learning is implemented is deep learning uses a concept called as artificial neural network. Now I will explain you this one. So deep learning uses artificial neural network based on the biological neural network. Network that is nothing but the human brain to solve the complicated problems. Okay, that is what it will happen. Okay. Now, see, deep learning has two major fields. Okay. Has two major fields. One is called as computer vision. Next one is NLP, natural language processing. We call it as natural language processing. Now, when it comes to the case of computer vision, the term itself tells us like the computer vision. That is, you are providing vision to the computers. Okay, that is what exactly mean by your computer vision. So you are going to provide vision to the computers. That is, you will give the computers the ability to see the things. That is what is called as computer vision. Okay, and what is like NLP? NLP is nothing but you are providing the computers the ability to understand and learn human language. Okay, you are giving the computers ability to learn and understand the human language. That is what is called. Now I will put on a quick note over here. So computer vision is nothing but it is a field of deep learning, okay, and artificial intelligence, which enables computers or system, anything you can call it as system, to see, interpret, and recognize visual data. Okay, you can see now how we can recognize the images. This can recognize the images. Okay, now this is implemented. Now this is a concept. The computer vision is a concept. Now this is implemented with CNN. CNN is called as convolutional neural network. Okay, convolutional neural network. This is now what is NLP? As I told you, you are making your system understand the human language, understand and generate the human language. Okay. Again, NLP is specialized field of deep learning, which enables the computers to understand and generate human language. Okay. Now this is implemented with RNN, recurrent neural network. Now again, okay. And this is like foundation for your generative AI. The NLP is a foundation for your generative. Now again, like here I will say it as what are the problem statements you will be using it, like image classification and face unlocking system. Now you will have your mobile has a face unlocking system. Now, like one more is object recognition. Now, in an image, there will be different objects that you can recognize over here. These are some of the fields where you can use them effectively. Okay, and in this, there's the example is Alexa, your Google Assistant. All these things will be based on the NLP. Alexa, Siri, and Google Assistant. Excellent. Okay, this is quickly about the deep learning. Now, as I told you, I will explain you the internal mechanism, how it works about the, and how it goes on. Now, as I said it, deep learning is based on the human brain. So if you check it out, the human brain, okay, now, now, like, usually the human brain will be something like this, okay. Now, in this, they say that there are billions and billions of small cells are there that is called as neurons. So these are, you can take it as a neurons. Okay, these are again, what these neurons will do is, okay, it will take the input. Okay, let's take it. It will take the input and it will do some processing and it will give out the output. Okay, now this output is passed on to the next neuron. There will be next neuron, and this neuron will do the second level processing like this. And it will give out the output. And this will be, will be this way, like this. Okay, this is a neuron 1, neuron 2, neuron 3, and maybe this will pass it on and it will go to the third level or fourth level neuron over here like this. Now, example, you may ask me, what is this processing goes? Okay, I will tell you. So let's take it. It will extract the features. Now let's take it. You are getting an input. Now input is like, you can say that you are seeing a person. Let's say it, you are seeing a person over here. Okay, and here I will have a person. Now, when you see a person, this is passed on to the first neuron. Now, this first neuron examine the person and it will remember the eyes, let's say it. Second neuron may look at the same person and it may take up the next feature like his hair and his a nose, or let me take it like mouth or something like this. So these all are, extracting a feature. Now, next time when you see this person, when you are recognizing that person, then that is because of this all neurons which are collectively, they are working together. They are working together and they are combining all these features and they are recognizing the person. Now, these neurons are in a very, they will use a lot of neurons to grab up the each and every features. That's the reason why, sometimes if you see a friend of yours, if he's walking towards you, putting on a cap, still you are able to recognize, or putting on a helmet with the glasses, still you will be able to recognize, or when he is walking away also, you can recognize. Because each and every feature is stored in the neurons. And these are individual neurons. They are called as biological neurons. We call it as biological neurons. neurons. Okay. Okay. And these are working in a network. Like, can you see it? So they are called as biological neural network. Okay. Now, based on this, we designed the artificial version of this neuron. Okay. This is the artificial version of the neuron. And okay, we will take the 4 of them like this. I will keep it in the same fashion. Like this. Okay. Now the same way it will work. Now you are going to give an input to this like this. This is an input we are giving it. And it will do the first level processing. And then it will give out the output. And this will go to it will do the second level processing. And it will give out. And it will do the third level processing. And it will give out. And it will do the fourth level processing. Okay. This is, we will call it as, like, I can say it as this is an artificial version of neuron, biological neuron. We usually call this as perceptron. P1, P2, P3, and P4. Okay. Now, this is nothing but our perceptron. The term is perceptron, or you can call it as artificial neuron. But they are connected, right? And they are working in the network over here, just like how the one was working earlier. This is called as neural network. But this is an artificial version of the neuron. We call it as artificial neural network. This is, again, it is very popularly called as ANN. ANN. Okay. And this was, again, the perceptron was designed by a gentleman called as Frank Rosenberg. Frank Rosenberg. Okay. Rosenberg. Okay. Now, this guy introduced the term called as perceptron. When again in 1957, the same Dartmouth conference. But this was having its own drawbacks, which was we cannot interpret the things what is going on internally. So again in 2006, a gentleman called as Jeffrey Hinton, he came up with a concept called as backpropagation in the year 2006. Because of this backpropagation, the deep learning became a very, very big success. Deep learning is a very big success. After that, introduction of the backpropagation. Okay. And from there on, the deep learning never looked back. This is a quick information about the deep learning. Okay. And now, when you look at these things, okay, what they will do it is, now if you are giving, this is your model, just imagine this is our model. Or let's say it as, sorry. Okay, this is my model. And to this model, we gave some data. let's say we gave some images over here. Images. This is my model. Now you gave the images like elephant. You gave a car. You gave a cow. Something like this you gave it. And a horse. Okay, horse. You gave these images. And this model will grab the features, how the elephant look like, how the car look like, how the cow look like, how the horse look like. All these things we are going to do it. And it will learn. Now, when you are giving an image, a new image, either of them, it should be either of them, then it will say that whether that is an elephant, it will give you an answer. If it is an elephant or car or cow or horse, it will recognize it. This will recognize it very well. It will do it. So what you understand is, based on the data, it will learn and it will say it, what is that? It will do a normal prediction. But, the advancement of this, the deep learning, especially the NLP, okay, they went on to the next level. They went on to the next level and they came up with a concept called as generative AI. Okay, they came up with a concept called as generative AI. Now, what is this generative AI is? It will not recognize the things based on the previous knowledge. In fact, whatever it learned from the previous knowledge, it will generate new things. It is not going to predict it. It will not say that what is that, or it will not identify what is that picture. Based on the learnings, whatever you are given, it will, whatever the data you are given, from that it will learn. Based on this learning, it will predict the things, or it will generate the new things. Okay, it will easily generate the new content. Now, this new content is not belongs to anything. It is altogether new one. Okay, now I will explain you in detail. This is very important concept for us. So, so it is a type of artificial intelligence, and we can say it as, and it is a subset of deep learning. It is a type of artificial intelligence that focus on creating new content, altogether new content. And it is a subset of deep learning and reinforcement learning. Now, as I told you, reinforcement learning is nothing but where the model doesn't require data and it will learn from its own experience. Okay, that is what is called as reinforcement learning. Okay, now just imagine, guys, I explained you deep learning. Okay, I explained you just now, I explained you the deep learning, complete details. And now one of you suddenly ping me up and say that, can you explain me the deep learning once again? See, if I'm reading the definition over here, I can read it exactly. I can do it, no problem. If you ask 10 times, I can read it exactly the same without missing a single word. But when you are asking me to explain, then whatever explanation I did it, maybe my concept may be the same, but my terminology will change. My way of presenting and the words what I use, or maybe my examples what I used, they are all based on my knowledge I'm giving it, right? Now, those things may change. My formation of the word while explanation, or maybe some examples, they will change. but my core concept will be same. Okay, what is that I'm doing? Why this change means? Because I saved that knowledge in my brain. What is deep learning? When you are asking, I'm trying to put down in my own terminology and I'm trying to explain you over there. The same thing happens with your generative AI. Now, what the generative AI will do is like here, okay, I'm just pulling it down. Okay, this is your model. Okay, now this model, what it will do it like, you are going to give a very large volume of data, very large volume of data. Because you are dealing with a very large volume of data, this model, we will call it as large language models. Okay, this is called as LLM, large language models. Okay, this is the data which is a very large volume of data which is available over the public domain. I can say it as massive data. Okay, and here the model will learn. Okay, your model will learn from the data. Okay, now once the model is learned from the data, okay, and this model will save all the knowledge. Okay, now this process, as I said it, this is called as training process. Now what you do it is, you will ask a question. When you ask a question, now this, whatever it learned, whatever the knowledge it has, okay, using that knowledge, it will generate the new content. New content. What I mean by that is, it is not going to get a content from somewhere else. No, it is going to generate the new content, altogether new content, whatever the question you are going to ask. Okay, now I'm going to give you once again, you are going to give a massive data, and this model, this is a very high-end system. It is not a small system. It is a very high-end system, and with a very powerful processing power. And this model, what it will do it will learn and it will remember, it will save that knowledge. It will save the knowledge in parameters. Remember the term parameters. Okay, it will save the knowledge in the parameters. And what it will happen is, you will ask a question and it will generate the answer. Okay, it will generate the answer. You ask a question, it will generate the answer. This answer is generated based on the knowledge. Now, just now what I was giving an explanation. Now, if you ask me to explain about deep learning once again in my own terms, then I will, it's next to impossible that I can put on everything same way until unless I'm reading it. If I'm trying to explain, I will frame up the sentence in my own terminology. There'll be a different terms I will use it, but the context may be the same. The same thing it will happen. This model will learn the data and it will store it, it will learn it and it will save it in the parameters. And what it will do is like, whenever you ask a question, it will generate the new content. It will generate altogether new content over here. Okay, it is not going to like, get the content from somewhere. Now, for example, I will show you. See, I have it. Here, let's go with the Jdbc. And here, I will ask a question, simple question. See, application is Jdbc, and I'm asking a question. Explain me about black hole, or let's give it as quantum computers or quantum technology. I'm asking about the quantum technology. Explain me about the quantum technology. I'm copying this one. Once again, I'm copying it. And here, I'm going it again, opening the Jdbc, and I'm putting down the same question. Okay. Here, explain me about quantum. Here, this is the one, and here there's the second. Here, I will give it as run it. It's getting me about the quantum computer. Okay, this is about the quantum technology. Sorry. And here, what I'll do it is, I'm taking again ChatGPT, and I will put it as explain me about quantum technology. Same, exactly same. Explain me about quantum technology, explain me about quantum. Now let me run it. Now here, look at this. Quantum computer, rapidly growing field that uses the principles of quantum mechanism, the physics, and the governs atom, and photons and subatomic particles. Now here is an emerging field that uses the principles of quantum mechanisms. Here till here, it's a field, rapidly growing field that uses, here you can see, emerging field that uses, okay, the science of how the particles like electrons and protons behave at a very small scales. There's nothing is there like that. Got it? Same application, same question. Answer is different, not completely different. The core concept is same. When you go to the entire concept, it will explain me the same thing, but the formation is different. Why? Because it is generating the things. It is not getting from anywhere. This is not, it didn't get it from a particular website. It's not doing the copy paste kind of stuff. No, it learned with a large volume of data, and it is generating the content. That is the beauty of generative AI. Now, whenever you ask something, it based on the knowledge, it will generate the new content. No one can claim the ownership of that. That is one of the biggest problem. Now, if something, abusing thing is being generated by the generative AI, then no one can claim it because it is generating based on its own knowledge. Now, for example, if you go with a search engine, let's go with the search engine over here. What is quantum technology? Okay, I'm going with it and I'm asking it. Now, just ignore this one. This is again a generative AI concept. Just ignore it. Go down. What is quantum technology? And from where it is showing, PA Consulting and Drishti IAS, Quantum Technology, IBM, and some of them is there. Now I will run it once again. You see, I'm highlighting it. I'm running it once again. Now you can go down. You can see this PA Consulting, the Drishti IAS, IBM. Okay, IBM. Can you see it? So it is just referring us to the place I can get an answer. That's it. It is not generating the things. Of course, this one is generating the things. Just ignore this one. I'm talking about this one. Okay, this is just referring to the place where I can get the answer of my question, quantum computer. When it comes to the case of this one, it is generating the content. Okay, hope you got the difference. Okay, now you can generate the images, you can generate the voice, you can generate the text, anything you can generate it over here. That is what is the beauty of the generative AI. Okay, and it can, I can say it as, it can generate outputs like text generation, image generation, and audio generation, and music generation. All these things you can generate it. Whatever you want to generate, you can generate it based on the model. Clear? So now, what is the use of this? Okay. The owner of that website, owner of that application, because that is not generating the things. Okay, if you are violating the things in a website, the owner of the website will be caught hold of this. Now here, these people like the OpenAI, they are saying that we have given the knowledge to the LLM. Now that is generating the things based on its own knowledge. Yes, it will generate altogether. The cannot be predicted means what? It can predict it. It can do the predictions. If you ask a question, it will tell you the answer. Like prediction means it will say. Now,
No,
if you ask,
the
what
question
do you mean
was,
by that?
I mean, if we give a same input twice, we cannot predict that the answer will be same or different every time, right? That's what I mean.
And that's what it is generating the answer. You can save that answer and you can use it again and again. But every time it will generate the answer.
But every time it will generate different answer or it can generate the same answer.
Same answer with different terminology. Now, you
Okay.
ask about the quantum computer, it will not give you about generative AI, right? It will talk about the quantum computers only, but it's in different terminology. Answer will be same, but it will explain in a different terminology.
Okay.
Okay. Now, now let's get a bit deeper into this, guys. This generative AI. Okay. This generative AI is like, as I told you, simply you can take it as a very large volume of data will be there, very, very large volume of data. Now you can take it as the data over the entire internet. Whatever data is available over the internet on the public domain, you are going to use that. Okay. And you are going to train it to the model. You are going to give to the model. And this model is, as I told you, it is a program with a high-end system, very, very high-end system it is. Now, now, like I will give you an example over here. See, this process, we will call it as training. As I was saying it again, this is a massive data, okay? Very large volume of data. And this is our model. As it is trained with a very large volume, we call it as LLM, large language model. Clear? Now, what will happen is this will get learned with all the data. And where it will remember this, where it will keep that knowledge using the parameters. These parameters are changeable weights will be there. Again, it will be too difficult for you to understand. You can say it as small, small units where this will be saving all the knowledge. Okay. Now in LLMs, now you can say it as these parameters will be like 10 billion parameters or 100 billion parameters will be there. The more and more parameters, the better the performance of the model. Okay. Now here, what we'll do it is we will give the data. So you will ask a question and it will generate the answer. It will generate the answer. Clear. Till here, it is fine. Now, I want to give you some realistic scenarios. See, when you are training this, now, if you take it an high-end system, now usually if you talk about any high-end system, so we can say it as 64 GB RAM is pretty much high-end system for us. And somehow you customize this one and you made this one as 1024 GB RAM system. Okay, you're talking about 1024 GB RAM system. And now this is not, I'm not saying it. Okay, this is, I read it. It's been given in the documentation of the OpenAI company. You can see it. Okay, now if you make it like a high-end system, now this system with the like 1024 GB RAM or 512 RAM. Now, when you give this data, very massive data, it will take a very long time to train the model. Okay. Now, what is that time duration is? It may be from like 2 to 5 years. If I use a standalone system of 1024 with the massive data, what is there in our over the internet, you will get all the data, like it's petabytes, exabytes of data will be there. This data you are getting and giving, it will take like years of time to complete that training. So what they did it is they combined this multiple systems. They integrated multiple high-end systems over here in such a way that, okay, this time duration is reduced to 60 to 90 days. Now, just you can imagine then how high-end, how complicated this structure is and how many different systems must have been integrated over there. Okay, and this 60 to 90 days, or let's take it as a round figure of 30 days. Okay, let's make it as 30 days. 30 days. Now, just imagine. Now, you got all the data till today. Maybe today is like, what is that? 21st. 21st. Now, you are training this one for 1 month. So the training is finished on 20th October. Now, you gathered all the data and you are giving it to the model. And it is trained for 30 days. And it finished the training and it is stored all the data. And it is for 1 month. Now, you should understand one thing. This model is having knowledge of all the data, whatever data is there, till 21st of September, whatever data is there, that knowledge will be there in the LLM. Okay, in the LLM. But, as, what about this gap then? The 30 days gap, where there's a lot of events must have happened. That event is not provided to that. Okay, that event is not provided to that data. This is one of the major drawbacks. So recent events cannot be remembered by you, or it's not having the knowledge to your model. Again, like this entire process of 30 days, they say that every time they train, it will take $8 to $10 million. Why so much means the consumption of electricity. They say that to training a model for 1 day, it consumes some megawatts of electricity, which is equivalent to powering a tier 3 city where there is like 10 lakh, 1 million residents are there. How much electricity is required? The same number of electricity will be required to train 1 day. So 30 days, how much electricity is consumed is very huge. Okay, that's a megawatts of when energy will be consumed. And again, this system, as I told you, this is a very, very complicated high-end system. Again, this is very expensive. And this data gathering is a process which is very expensive. So this all is a very complicated process and very expensive process. That is the reason why, the small companies like, the small companies cannot handle this. So they want a very enterprise level companies can handle this, like Google, OpenAI. OpenAI also got a lot of funding. Okay. So that's the thing. OpenAI, Google, Microsoft, IBM, like the companies of that level can handle it. Or like a government, like a country's government, like China has supported. Now, India can support it if they want to, because they have money, they can easily do that. And or a large organizations like Oxford University, Stanford universities, these institutions, large institutions can handle it. The small companies cannot handle this. So what is happening in the market is, I will tell you. See, this is there, right? This is a one. Okay, I'm taking this. Okay, now this is the LLM. Now this LLM, what they did it is this. Now you take it as OpenAI people. OpenAI is a company which developed the ChatGPT. Okay, now what they did it is they took this LLM and they built an application. They built an application. In this application, they used it LLM as a brain. You can say it as this act like a brain. Like this. This application name is ChatGPT. And this LLM name is like GPT-4, GPT-5, or something like this. You can use it. GPT-4, GPT-5, something like this. Okay. Now this is a brain of this ChatGPT. Okay, this is just an application. This is the brain behind that. Whatever the question I'm asking it, this is the one which is generating the things. Now, as I told you, this is a very expensive process to train. So these people, to generate the money, what they do it is they started leasing this, or we can hire this LLM. We can get that LLM and we can put it in our own application. Okay, you can get this LLM and you can put it in your own application. Whatever the own application is there, you can get it over here and you can put it. And this is your own application which act like your ChatGPT. Now, and again, in order to get this one, we have to pay the money and we will access this one through APIs. Application programming interface. Through this programming interfaces, we are going to access this. Now, this is a big business as of now. Now, the very popular companies which are doing this is like, OpenAI. OpenAI, they have the ChatGPT. And their LLMs are called as GPT-4 or GPT-5, etc. Now, there is something called as Google people. They came up with their own application called as Gemini. And this LLM name is also, they call it as Gemini 2.5 or something like this. So you can use them. You can get it and you can use it in your own applications over here. There is Anthropics is there. There many companies are there. Grok is the other one with Elon Musk. So you can go ahead and you can take them and you can use it in your. This is what is happening. Now we can also get it and we can use it. But only thing is that you have to buy this API and you can do it. Okay, I will show you the coding also, how you can get it and how you can do it. Okay, now that is how the LLM will work. Again, suppose, I will copy this. I'm putting down over here. Yeah. Now, suppose this is all with the public domain data. This is trained with the public domain data, right? We are using already trained. So we use the term over here as pre-trained. Pre-trained. Because this model is pre-trained, right? Clear? Clear? So this is pre-trained and you will get it using. Now suppose I want to train this one with my own data. Because your private data, it is not accessible. You want to train it with your own data, then you will be doing a something called as fine tuning. I'll give my own data over here to the model like this. This is the data. This is my private data. Okay. And this I will give it, this will get trained now. Now, this is having the access to the public data, whatever we trained it, and also the private data of our company. But you should make sure that this should not be exposed to the online systems like online, so that this will become your public data will be, sorry, your private data will become public. So data security is an issue. But this process of giving the data to the model to get trained, this is called as fine tuning. Giving the data and training it again. This is called as fine tuning. This is again an important concept in your generative AI. This all we are going to see this. So again, fine tuning no one is using. Instead of fine tuning, they will use the RAG approach. RAG approach is very, very popular nowadays. Okay. So this is again how your your generative AI will work. Okay. Now let's see what is agentic AI. See, agentic AI is we can say it as this is an autonomous system. Okay. Generative AI, where we generate the things over here, right? But when it comes to the agentic AI, okay, before getting into the agentic AI, I will explain you something. See, one of the major drawbacks with the LLMs is it can't access the recent data. One. Second is it can't access the private data. These are the two. And third one is it is having a lot of hallucination. What is this means? The LLM is designed in such a way that it should give the answer. Okay, LLM should give the answer. That's the way it is designed. Okay, it can't say, it will never say no. Very rarely it will give you an answer that I don't know this. Otherwise, it will give you some or other answer based on its hallucination. Okay, now, okay, these are the three major problems. So first one is it will not able to access the recent data. Okay, recent data, no. Private data, no. And having the hallucination. Now, hallucination, you can keep it aside. Let's take it. Now, this is my model. Okay, let's take it. This is my model. Now, this is the one. Suppose we want to deal with this is my LLM, right? Okay, I will remove this one also. We don't need it. This part. This is my LLM. Now, suppose you ask a recent question. Okay. Now, my LLM will not have the answer to the recent questions because the one which happened today morning or the one which has happened 2 days back, it will not be able to answer it. So to overcome such problems, what they did it is, they came up with the concept called as agents. So what is this agents is? Like, now this LLM will have some agents. Okay, like this, some agents. Based on the requirement, they are connected with some agents. I will give it as here, like, this is a agent 1. I'm giving it. Agent 2. This is agent 2. Okay. This I will give it as A1, A2, and A3. A1, A2, A3. Now here, these agents are associated with some tools. Okay, they are associated with some tools. Like I will give it as some tools. Now, for example, if we are asking, now usually see this, like recently there was a problem in the Nepal. Now I will ask you, what is the situation in Nepal, current situation in Nepal? Then immediately what you do it is, you will go and do the search in the Google, right? What is the current situation? And it will get you the output. Now our LLM also follow the same thing. Now, if something is asked on the recent things, so this A1 agent will be called. And this A1 agent will be having a tool like search engine tool, like maybe it may be a Google search engine, or it may be like DuckDuckGo. There is one more search engine is there. So you can use that. And you can use it now whenever something is asked related to search engine, this will be triggered and it will get you the answer. And that answer will be given to agent, and agent will return back that answer, and this will display. Okay. Now, the other thing, let's take it. Someone is asking about the temperature. Now, what is the temperature now in Delhi? So then there is a second agent will be there. We are going to connect it with the weather reporting tool. Weather reporting tool. Okay. Now, whenever you ask a question about the related to weather, then the A2 will be triggered. It will go to this tool and get it that one done. Okay. Now, next one may be some calculator tool. Sorry. I'll give it as calculator. Now, what it will do is like, it will, when you ask a question about anything calculation, this agent 3 will be done, and that will be done. Now, you see this. Now, I'll show you. Let's take a Jdbc over here, the older one. Now, let's take it over here. I'm asking, what is temperature in Hyderabad, India? Now it got it. You see, 11 a.m. 84 degrees Celsius, 12 it will be 86, and 1 87, 2 88, 3 87, 4 87, 5 85. Now these all are nothing but the now it is giving the future, like in next couple of hours what will happen. So you know, this all is being done with the help of this agent, and it will go and get the weather reporting tool and get that one, A2 agent. Now I'm giving an example how the agents are integrated. So the major drawback with the LLM is they can't fetch the recent data. Now, some or other way they have to do it. They have to come with it. So that's the reason why they will use these things. Okay, I will show you. I will show you. Not to worry about. I will show you how it will work for us. Okay. Now, this is a way you are, things will be working out. The agents and tools and all this. All these are a part of our course. We are literally going to make an ecosystem where, your LLM you are going to ask, and the LLM will get you all the answers over there. That's the way it will go on. Okay. Now, next one is, there is something called as Agentic AI. Now, I will show you the code also, guys. Just wait. I will show you the code. Okay. I will write the code. And right away in front of you, I will write the code. I will show you how to get the LLM, how to get the access key, how to use that access key to connect it, and you can work it out with that. Okay. Now, here, Agentic AI. Agentic AI is like, it is like autonomous agents or AI, autonomous AI. What is this is, now this will, based on the situation, based on the query, it will act accordingly. Okay, it will take the decision and act accordingly. Here, you see, based on the query, whatever asked, it will generate the output. Now, how it will generate? It will take the help of the agents, and if it can generate on its own, it will do it. Otherwise, it will trigger the relevant agents. Relevant agents uses their associated tools, and it will get the output to us. Okay, that is what exactly happens with your, in generative AI. But when it comes to the case of agentic AI, what it will do is this. I will show you. Like, I will take it. Now, let's take it over here. This one, I'm taking it. So, okay. Now, here, we are having 3 agents, right? Over here, these 3 agents, I'm taking it aside. So what will happen is, we will not have, like, I will show you. Okay. Now what will happen is, there will be, okay, it will have a single agent over here. This will have a single agent. Okay, this is an agentic AI agent. Sorry. Over here. This is agentic AI agent. Now, this agent is connected with the multiple agents with it. Okay, this is the agent. Now, what will happen when the query is asked? Okay, that query will be forwarded to the agentic AI agent. Now, this is a smart agent. Okay, and what is this? Why it is called as a smart agent means it will analyze the query, and based on its analyzing, we call it as reasoning. Okay, based on its reasoning, what it will do is, like, it will take a decision which agent should be called over here. Okay, sometimes it may, now this will orchestrate the agents, or we can say it as manage the agents, and it will command these agents to do the relevant work and get the data, and this will integrate all the information and give it to your LLM, and LLM will display the things. Okay, hope you are getting the point. This is an autonomous agent. Based on the query, it will analyze the query and it will take a decision that what actions it has to do it. Okay, what actions it has to take it. Okay, and based on that, it will take care of the things. This is what happens with your, agentic AI agents. This is the major difference between your agentic AI agent and an generative AI. Generative AI, it will generate the content, and for generation process, it will take the help of the tools. That tools are triggered with the help of agents. Each agent is connected with the a particular tool, and when the LLM give the answer, when LLM pass on the information to that particular agent, that will go and trigger it. But when it comes to the case of agentic AI, okay, the query is passed on over here. The query will be a bit complicated because it is not that one single tool is required. It will be having a multiple tools integration is required. Now this will orchestrate all these tools. That means it will command, or it will organize, or it will manage all these tools or agents and their respective tools, and it will pass on the command to them, and it will get the output from them, and then based on that, it will take it forward. That is what exactly happens with your agentic AI. Okay, that is what is. Now, for agentic AI, we should know the generative AI. Okay, without using the generative AI, it is always better to go with the generative AI, and then you move on to the agentic AI. Okay, now what is an agentic AI? It is, I can define it as it is a field of artificial intelligence that is specially designed to exhibit or to perform high level autonomy, high level autonomy, and autonomy and decision making, and integrating. Capabilities to perform a particular goal. Okay, to achieve a goal, I can say, or I will make this one a bit more. So capabilities, making high and integrating capabilities to achieve a particular goal with minimal external support. I can make it like this. So there will be a very, very minimal external support will be given. Once you ask a question, it will take care of everything and it will do it. Now, the best example is you can ask it saying that a query that I want to plan a trip abroad around 2,000 kilometers from India within a budget of 1 lakh or 1,50,000 for a family of 4 members. Then what it will do is it will not give a suggestion. It will not give you that go to this place. It will never do that. It will analyze the things. First, it will trigger the relevant agents and it will get you the whatever one agent will search for the nearby destinations within 2,000 kilometers. First one. Okay. First agent will do that. Agent 1 will search for holiday destination within 2000 kilometers. Second one, second agent will check for the flight fares and all these things. Okay. Flight fares or flight price and like other expenses. Now the third agent will plan for like local, when you reach there, local hotel price and food within the budget. And fourth agent will plan all the destinations. Like this. These all agents, whatever is there, these all agents will be integrated or orchestrated with one more agent, that is a smart agent. He will maintain this and he will organize everything, and then it will calculate that whether it is coming under the budget or not, and based on that it will suggest a destination. Now this is the way you are working. Now okay, now I will show you. I will ask the question here. I'll put on the same plan and holiday abroad or outside India within 2000 kilometers for a family of 4 members within a budget of 1,50,000 INR. Okay, and now you can see this, how it will plan. Now it is showing us what it is doing, planning the family holiday and checking the travel distances. And these are the agents, how the agents are behaving. They're searching the distance from the international holiday destination, selecting travel options and visa requirements, and proposing the travel options, the cost family options. See, these all are done one after the other by the different agents. Now, this all is integration stuff is done by your smart agent. It's saying that first one is Maldives, second one is Sri Lanka, third one is Kathmandu, Nepal, and fourth one, maybe it's not coming up with anything else. Okay, so now if you check it out, these things, it will clearly, it is giving us, sample 5 days. Okay, sample 5 days itinerary and how it is planning. It's taking my location, Hyderabad, and the budget and all these things. If I select one option, then it will go very detailedly and it will plan me day by day and where I have to stay, how I have to do. It will even book the tickets also. So that's the beauty of this agentic agent. Okay, this is the way it will be done. Now let's, as I was saying it for you people, that I can create an agent and I can show you. First, we are going to take an agent of says LLM from our OpenAI. Okay. Now I'm just closing down this one. Okay. I'm literally creating one I'm going with OpenAI. In order to go to the OpenAI, there is something called as platform.openai.com, or you can search it over here. OpenAI API key generation. Can you see it over here? Here you can see again the first link, platform.openai. Clear? Or you can give it directly platform.openai and you can go to that place. Now click on this. Any of them. It will take it to this one. Now first I will show you how it look like. This is the one it look like. Now these all are the different models of your what are under the OpenAI. These are the different LLMs they got it. Okay, these are the different.
So I have one question here. So like as you explained, like ChatGPT having like multiple different versions of the model. So that's like as per like that my understanding, like as the model is got updated after some time, they release the new versions of the model, right?
Yes. Based on the data, based on the time when they did it, all this comes into the picture. Okay. Now this is our model, and here what we are going to do it is first you have to use your Google account and you can log in over here. Okay, any Google account and you can log in over here, Gmail account, anything. And after this, it's like if you want to see, I will show you. I'm logging off. Okay, this is the way it will come. Use your continue with the Google. I'm going with this. Okay, now I got it. Now, see, you have to recharge this one with some money. Now, I already recharged long back, maybe around 4 or 5 months back. I've recharged it with $10. You can see this still I'm having around $2 or $3. $2 are still there over here. Okay. Now, so it will take a very minimal amount, okay, for each thing. So here, now I can create an activation key over here. Here there are some of the activation keys are there. Now I will create one new one, demo activation key. Demo API key. I'll copy it. Okay. Now, let's go to my environment. Now, you can go to any environment. You can go with a Jupyter Notebook or Collab or VS Code, anything. You can do it. It's up to you. So I will show you the Jupyter Notebook, which is very easy for us to do it. Or we can go with the VS Code also, anything. Now I'm opening up my Jupyter Notebook over here. Now this all installation I will show you guys. Okay. Guys, this week we will be ending the demo. I think that, okay, 1 second. Let me save this one. Let me save the API key. Okay. And if you want to, next weekend, we will have at the same time, only for next weekend. And after that, our time will be 7 to 10, 7 to 11, it will be 4 hours. Next week, it will be the same time, like 9:30 to 11:30 or something like that, only for the next weekend. This is the link if you want to coordinate, or you can call me if you face any problem. Okay. So
And Srikanth, this will be only on weekends, correct?
Yes, only on weekends.
And morning.
Yeah, more actual timing is 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Okay. But next weekend we will be having from same time 9:30 to 11:30 for only next weekend. That's it. Because I have to cover some concepts for you people, especially with the Python. And after that, our class will be from 7 to 11 o'clock. And we will be directly in the NumPy pandas and all those things we'll be doing it. Okay. Okay, now let's get into this one. I'm creating a demo over here. Let's see if I have a demo. Now here I will create one. I will use it as demo of weekend class. This will be corely weekend, guys. Again, I'm saying whatever I discussed will be 100% covered. Nothing will be left out. If it takes 1-2 weeks extra also, we are going to cover them, and we are going to complete the concepts. Now, first one is, now all these things are pretty much like predefined kind of stuff. We will be using the same thing, environ. And inside this, I will use it because this is an API key, open API, open API, OpenAI, sorry, OpenAI API key over here. We will use this variable and I will save it over here. This is our key. This is a key. This is such a lengthy key it is. Okay. Now, whoever has the key, they can access the LLM, whatever LLM you want to use it. Now, first we have done this. Now I'm going to get the LangChain, import LangChain. LangChain is a framework. We are going to use it to get the LLM and use it in our application. Okay. This is the one, LangChain. Okay. And I will from LangChain having something called as LangChain _ OpenAI. This is like a library or an extension of the LangChain, especially to connect it with the OpenAI. Okay. And I will give it as import chat OpenAI. OpenAI. Let's wait. It's not installed. I have to install it. That's it. We have done it. So this is the key through which I'm getting the where is that? Here. Okay, just a minute. Here. I'm using the LLMs over here from the OpenAI. Now let's take it one LLM over here. I'm taking a basic LLM. See, if you take it some basic LLM, I want to show you something. Let's take it. I usually use this because it will not charge much. Here, open 40. Now this one will cost me like $30 to $60 for every 1 million tokens. 1 million tokens means 1 million time when I use it, this will be the charging amount for me. Okay. So now if you go with other ones like this, it will charge like, you can see 1.25 to $10 over here for every million clicks or usage of them. Somewhere it should be there. Here, per million tokens. Can you see it? Per million tokens, they will be charging it this much. Okay, it's 1.25 to 10 will be the output, input and output, something like that. Okay. Now I'm using any one. You can take it over here. You can use it Chat5 or GPT-5 or any of them. I will go with GPT-4. So chat open AI, and here I will give it as model is equals to, within the quotes, GPT-4. GPT-5. Okay. Now I will give the name as LLM. Anything I can give it. Okay. Now let me show you. Now this, I'm getting this one, this one. This one, using this API key, I'm getting it, I'm storing in this. Now this is a LLM. I gave this a variable name. This is an LLM. Okay, you can see the details of this LLM, complete details. Now to this, you ask a question. How to ask it? Invoke. We are having something called as invoke. And you ask a question over here, whatever question you want to ask. Just give it as what is like generative AI. Now this will get me the results. I'm storing the results in a variable result and I will print it. It will take some time and it will generate the output. Here is the output. Now, actually, now I will show you. Okay. I'm taking this. Where is our, here is the one. I'm putting down this output over here. Now, this is the output, which is okay, this is the one. And here, like this. Okay, now this is the actual content. Okay, this is the metadata about this content, all the data. Okay, now when you ask the same question with your chat GPT, now let's, because this is also a part of the same chat GPT, right? So I'm just here, I'm asking the same question over here. I'm copying the same question. And here, see the output it gives us. Now it is giving the output in a much more organized fashion, but ours is like messed up completely. So in order to get like that, what you can do it is, I want the content, right? Here there is a content. Content is having it. I can print it over here. Print result dot content. Now you can see it over here. A proper content, you can see it over here. Without metadata, you can see it. I will put it on over here, down. Now you can see it. Common model types, how it works, what's it's used for, and all these things you can see it properly. It is provided. This is a link it is giving us of mine. You can ignore it. Like this. Okay, so this is the way you can use it. Now you can use the agents, you can create your own. See guys, one thing I will say, this is not a rocket science. Of course, you need some coding background and all those things, but it is not impossible. Okay, you can do it very easily. You can do it. I don't think so. For writing this as small code, you should be having some extraordinary way of extraordinary knowledge or extraordinary intelligence. Right? It's nothing like that. Once you enter, you will be doing it. You will be getting it. Okay, that's start believing in yourself and you can do it. And this is a simple thing. Now we can add agents, we can add output parsers, we can add input like prompt templates. All these things we will patch it up and we will move forward. That's the way we will be doing it. Okay, now that's the way it will work. Okay, so now this is the basic, like what I want to give you as a. Now, do you have any questions, please? As I said it, I'm going to, first thing I want to clarify once again that next week we will be having a link will be changed and our timings will be 9:30 to 11:30 or like it may go till 12:30 also next weekend, only for next weekend. And after the next weekend, which comes out, that time our timing will be from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Okay, that is a complete 4 hours with a break. I will give you a 15 minutes break in the middle. After 2 hours, I will give a 15 minutes break and we will be having a complete session over there. Okay, every day we will be completing one topic and we will be moving forward. And everything will be pretty much easy and simple. We can do it. And every one, now how I wrote the code, the same way I will be writing the code for you. Okay, and okay, let me clear off this one. Okay. Now here I'm just removing this. Here we can delete this demo API. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, recordings will be provided, notes will be provided, and if you missed out any class, like a large chunk of classes of a particular topic, then we can attend another batch of mine so that you can cover up those things. And yeah, recordings, there is a limitation is there. Like they will be providing you for the 6 months. And within that 6 months, you have to take it. And notes, it will be there with you. Once the course is completed, I will maintain the notes for the next 1 year or so that you can download it and you can keep it for yourself. And like 1 year, 8 months after, I will delete it, the notes also. Okay, but if you want the recordings, then that recordings you have to you will be getting it on the daily basis. Okay. Yes, Surinder, you can get it. You will be getting a message. You will be getting a message from the admin people along with the link. If you didn't receive it, please let me know. You have my number, I think so. You can ping me up and I will try to send you the link. Both the links, it will be shared with you. Okay. And yeah, this is how the things will goes on. And every weekend we will be having 4-hour session, which a gap of 15 minutes. And that will be like easily we can cover up all the things. Everything will be covered like programmatically. It's nothing like only theory. Some requires an extra theory, some will be a bit smaller one. And each and every concept you will be having a proper notes, like you can see it over here how it is. This is about the transformer. You can see it. All these notes right away, it will be written in front of you, or sometimes it is very lengthy, then I already have these notes, I can get it and I can share it along with, explaining you the concepts. So these all notes we will be writing and we will be doing in our class. Here you can see. What is a large language model? I told you. Here. So these are some of the notes you can find it. See, next week, the class timing, as I told you, next week, only for next week, we will be having at 9:30 to maybe 12:30, only for next week. Okay. And after that week, our original timings will be 7 to 11 o'clock. Because if you have any plans also, you can plan it and you can go out. So we will have 7 to 11 o'clock with a gap of 15 minutes. We will have it. That's our regular timing. Next weekend, we will have the class at 9:30 to 12:30 or something like that. Or like 3 hours, we will be having the class. Okay. That is again next weekend. We will be having like a paid version will be there. I mean, says the link will be changed. The students who are enrolled, only they will be shared with the link. Thanks, Surinder. And Vishnu is develop agents for existing Java based legacy. Yes, you can integrate the agents with the existing applications. You can integrate the agents. Vishnu, yes, you can do that. Very well, you can do it. Not only that, you can integrate the agents with the cloud environment, different existing applications. You can do that. No problem about that. Okay. This is about the demo, guys. Again, I shared you my contact details. Again, I'm giving it. You are most welcome to call me up or ping me up. The best way is you can ping me up so that I can respond based on my availability, because most of the time I know that everyone is like they have their own time period. So I'm a little bit engaged with some classes and some project presentations and all those things. If I get now, you must have heard it while I'm giving the class, I'm taking the class. I got some calls, then I have to disconnect the call. Now in the middle, unless it is important, I will take it. Otherwise, most of the time I will disconnect the call and I will call them back when I finish, whenever I have that time. Okay. And, in that phase, like you are there and you called me and I disconnected, then I don't want you to misunderstand me, saying that, okay, I promised something else and he's not taking the calls and like that. So if I'm not taking the call, that means to say that try to understand I'm engaged in something. So please leave a message that I am a student from so-and-so and I want to talk to you. Then I will definitely call you because I love to interact with you people and try to help you out as much as possible. But give me that time, the gap, so that I can call you back. Okay, that's what my humble request is. Don't misunderstand me thinking that, okay, what I said it and I'm not taking the calls. It's not like that. Just because I must be engaged with something else, that's the reason why I may not take the call at that time. Okay, that may be the reason. Anything else, guys?
Yes, sir, I have one quick question. So will you be
Can you speak a
showing
bit loudly, Mahi?
so will you be showing us like how to create the chatbots and everything? So as part of this book?
Sorry, Mahi, again, it's very bad. I can't hear you. I can't get you.
Just
Okay.
say we
So
can't.
will
Yes,
you
Mahi.
be will you be showing like creating the chatbots and everything as part of this course?
Yeah, obviously. Without that, what we will do the coding?
Okay.
Definitely, we will be giving it. We will be doing it. More intense, we will be doing it.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Surinder? Surinder? Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Srikanth. So regarding to deployment, right? Each organization will be having their own deployments. Let's say Azure and the companies like their own cloud systems. So in what way it is different? Like, so from this course, like whether we will be able to cope up with the deployment part as well in the places where we are working.
According to best of my knowledge or best of my experience, see, if you build up a model of your own, now, until unless it is a core startup, no one will directly give you an access to their cloud environment to deploy it on your own. So it should be coordinated or monitored by a cloud expert. That's must. Okay, yeah, of course, you have to sit with the cloud expert and cloud engineer, and then you will be doing the deployment, and then you will be allocating the permissions for that particular model where what you want to do it. So this is what exactly happens. Okay, now if you are, until and unless you are there is a term came up with altogether like DevOps. Now, DevOps is dev with operations like that. ML ops, they came up like there are so many ops are coming up over here, AI ops, ML ops. But those people are having a bit of knowledge about the AI models and they are expertised in deployments. They will be there for you and you will be acting like a core developer over here. Yeah, regarding the deployment, it will be the steps of the deployment will be same, but you have to do it under the guidelines of or under the guidelines or monitoring of your expert cloud engineer. That is mandatory. That's what it will be going on. Yeah, coming down to as a part of our course, no, we are not doing any deployment over here on the cloud because we are going with a strict schedule. Now, at the starting only, I said that because a lot of my students asked me, the people who completed the course or who are going with the course, they asked me two things. One is give us a brief of at least 1 week class about the ML. Second one is how to do the deployment with the Azure on AWS. These two asked. So I'm planning it. Once I get some time, I will call all the people and I will give this session at a time so that you people are clear with the things. This is the plan of mine of deploying with the different cloud environments. Okay.
Thank you, Sir.
Yeah. Is there any questions like you have it, guys, which I can clarify it? I'm taking it as no. And thanks a lot for your time. It was real pleasure being with you all. And let's meet. If possible, you can call me guys directly. Not only I'm saying I'm open. If you are taking the class of mine, then only I will respond. It's not like that. I am always open to help you out as much as possible. But give me that time when we can have the discussion. Then I will call you back on this. Okay, you are most welcome to call me whenever you want it. But first you leave a message. I will try to call you back. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. I'm ending up the session. Thanks a lot.